All right. What's up, guys? Oops. New location today. I got my mic out. So hopefully the quality's a little better. If you're watching this uh, and it's not live, I'm currently live on a live stream. The questions will come up similarly to this. And then I'll just kind of talk about it. People come in if it's your first time and, kind of just ask away. So if you enjoy this video, go ahead and subscribe. It takes a few minutes for people to kind of come in here and get going. We got one in here. What's up, Charlie? How are you doing, Charlie? Can you hear me good? I got my mic today. Oh, you can kind of see it. I kind of like how you can see it. But yeah, so if you're watching this and it's a little later, just take it easy and hit that subscribe button. So what is up, guys? We got some Harden news today. I don't like this setup anymore. Definitely don't like this. What's up, Adam? What's up, Ijex? What's up, Tyler? And what is up, Adam? So yeah, hopefully the quality is pretty good. But yeah, James Harden wants to would be. This fucking zit is pissing me off. James Harden said he'd be fine going to the Sixers or other contender. I personally feel like this isn't really news. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of felt like that was assumed. And then also the other news that came out is that James Harden, not James Harden, the Houston Rockets and the Brooklyn Nets had very, very minimal talks before the trade deadline, and they have not spoken in weeks. So, and then, you also got to consider, because I know there's going to be a lot of people about it, Dinwiddie and Jarrett Allen are on, is it Jarrett Allen? Yeah, Dinwiddie and Jarrett Allen are on expiring contracts. So I personally don't really like the trade with the Nets at all. I agree with you, Adam, here. Trading Harden at the deadline for best package available. That is probably the Houston Rockets' best bet, considering James Harden has 2 years left. And, I know they're willing to get uncomfortable this year, but I don't think we want to get uncomfortable next year. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely don't want to get uncomfortable 2 straight years. I think that waiting till the deadline is plenty of time for Harden to kind of get an assessment, even for the organization and the other players to kind of get an assessment of how the season's going, how the players are working together. If they're not working together, maybe injuries have affected some stuff. You never know. But yeah, I definitely agree with you, Adam, that trading Harden at the deadline's probably our best bet, especially value-wise. We cannot wait till after this year. Or if we do wait after this year, Harden isn't being a little bitch. Sorry. Then I would say I need to figure out how to read comments and not lose my train of thought. Like I need to learn that. DC on Bleacher Report, it says James Harden has arrived and oh, cool. Thank God. I know that there's been rumors and reports that he was, I think Ivor tweeted that he was ready to show up. I don't know. We'll see, man. Thank God he's there. How about Paul George if the Clippers trade him? So we've discussed this one a lot. Personally, not a huge guy, not a huge Paul George fan. It's not horrible though. It really isn't horrible. The thing is it's like I'm actually really curious to hear what your guys' opinions on this are. If we were to trade Harden, do you want us to get like a Paul George back where we could potentially compete, but not realistically considering the Los Angeles Lakers are a team? Or would you want us to get kind of like younger pieces and picks? That's kind of we'll get picks either way, but I'm leaning more towards like the Paul George trade is intriguing. I just don't know if we're ready to rebuild if they want to rebuild after Harden leaves, because that seems like the smart thing to do. But it's definitely not what I want to happen. So, but yeah, Paul George, that'd be fine. Harden has arrived in Houston and he has taken a test. Oh, A COVID-19 test. Wasn't Tyler Terry drafted? Well, he's watching the stream right now. If he is, then it's Tyler. You got a pretty dope fucking name. If so, I'm about to upload a video on Swaggy, and I kind of got the idea to do MVP, like predictions for MVP, most improved, like defensive player. I did my most improved today, and yeah. Oh, here we go. Silas said they are not rebuilt. Well, it is. I mean, I like it. I don't want to rebuild. Way more boring. I would love to get another star like Paul, keep ticket sales up. Not ticket sales in COVID. Keep like pretty much just any sales up rather than if we were to just get like Karis LeVert and the Nets guys. Big name, Paul George definitely helps. That's interesting though. That's interesting. We should have traded Harden and kept Russell Westbrook and let him play his game if it was going to get this bad. That's pretty intriguing as well. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that idea just because I think James Harden is Swaggy really live right now? Picked a horrible time to go live. Let's check. Swaggy. Oh shit, he is live. We're like I want to do a Oh, he's about to stream. I don't care what you guys do. Maybe it's a bad time to stream. I'm just trying to get my watch time up and just kind of talk. What's up, Ross? I really think John Wall is a better fit than Russ. Oh, yeah. I mean, 100%. He's definitely a much better fit. And another important thing is I mean, he is younger. Is going to play a role longer term. John Wall is a much better fit. He's like a 38.5 catch and shoot 3-point shooter. He can't particularly excel off ball, but he can definitely, it's definitely an improvement than Russell off ball wise. I definitely think so. The interesting thing will be kind of his minutes, his restrictions. Honestly, I'm very curious just like about the whole Houston Rockets roster in general. As I'm sure all you guys are, because it's just like there's so many question marks. When you get outside the obvious James Harden, then James Harden's just the tip of the iceberg. You dig a little deeper and you're like, oh shit, Boogie and John Wall. First of all, they're reunited. And then also they're both coming off injuries. They're both clearly motivated. And then you've got a whole nother, that's just like 4 players. Then you've got all the role players kind of like, will Eric Gordon be traded? Will PJ Tucker be traded? What's the deal with Daniel House? I don't fucking know, man. Thankfully, we'll find out in less than a month. There's no chance, but if Heat give Hero, Duncan, and picks, would you take it? Well, I think I think a good comparison would be would I rather do this trade or would I rather do that Paul George trade? Because Paul George kind of solidifies. The issue is Paul George just chokes. So, with the Hero Duncan trade, you get 2 good pieces. Duncan's a good piece. I don't really know too much about his potential. I don't really know what his ceiling would be. Because he seems really 3-point shooter, great 3-point shooter. But Tyler Hero is going to be a beast. It's like, what, 19? I'm older than this dude by like 2 years. Fuck, dude. I think, like, as of now, I would have to take it just because Tyler Hero, like, of all the trade rumors we've heard revolving, Dinwiddie, Allen, and LeVert, or Philly, but they're not giving up Embiid or Simmons, or the Clippers, but we get Paul George, not Kawhi. Like, this is probably the better one that I've heard. So I think I'd have to take it. I'd want at least four. I would want at least four picks. Hey, Swaggy. Well, I don't know what release you're talking about. Is that are you streaming now or are you? Obviously, I didn't mean to do it because it just fucked me. GB is at 3. It's 2:30 right now. Oh, you're premiering. Is this just a video? If it's just a video, it's fine. I gotta upload a video after this too.
Don't have anything to offer. Yeah, they can get.
Oh, yeah, cool. It's just a live video. Oh, whoops. I'll get to that in a second. Oh, same guy. Paul George. What's up, man? Paul George was talking mad shit about the critics right before he choked in the playoffs in the bubble. Oh, he was going off. It was embarrassing. He did snap. Dude, I don't really know what the deal is with Paul George because I love Paul George. Like, I think he's just a cool dude. I would definitely say, like, if I had to pick 5 NBA players, just not based off skill or fame or anything like that, just to hang out with, I mean, I would have to go with Paul George. Like, he would definitely be one of my top 5 picks just because he seems like such a relatable guy. I know he's got his mental issues going, depression. Like, I feel like he's a very relatable, high profile athlete. And that's just something that's cool to see. And I think personally, you could say the same thing about DeMar DeRozan and Kevin Love. Ever since those 3 guys kind of came out and said, you know, hey, like, we have our own problem because we're, you know, these NBA players doesn't mean we don't have these problems. So I don't like to see Paul George struggle. I really don't. James Harden is staying. This just in. The Gonzalez bomb. Fuck yeah, man. I hope so. I hope he does stay. I feel like every day I wake up and I see a new piece of Harden news, and I just am in between, like, oh fuck, he's definitely gonna get traded, to I think he'll stay, to he's gonna get traded. Today was a little bit more of I woke up saying, like, oh fuck, I think he's gonna get traded before the season, and then now I'm back to normal, like, yeah, we're good. Would you take the Magic trade like Gordon, Evan, and picks? Who's Evan? Oh, Fournier. Honestly, it's not a horrible trade at all. The thing about this is, Isaac. Yeah, if Isaac's in there, I'm a much bigger fan of this trade if Jonathan Isaac's in it. I think the thing about this trade is we get Eric Gordon. And for me personally, I see Christian Wood being the next star out of Houston. So kind of curious as to, like, because if Christian Wood's playing the 5 this year, then this isn't an issue. But if DeMarcus Cousins comes back, puts up 18 and 8, ends up getting the starting spot once his body's right, I don't really know what this. I don't really know, but I do like that Jonathan Isaac would be involved. What's up, Anthony Davis, LeBron James? Because Ross White says Tillman doesn't want Harden in Philly. Good vibes. Well, man, I don't really want Harden in Philly either. I think if Harden goes somewhere, I kind of want him in Brooklyn. That's a whole nother issue though, because I'm not I love Kyrie. I think Kyrie's a stud. But as far as winning goes, like, I think, what was Shannon Sharp saying? Kyrie Irving has yet to make like a shot in the final 10 seconds and made it to end up winning, like a go-ahead shot. And then you got KD's injury. So I would kind of rather see him on the Nets, but Philly would be very, very cool as well. I don't, now that I think about it, I actually don't think I would mind that. That sounds pretty cool. James Harden to Cavs. I don't think we've ever explored this. Don't know who we would get back. We would have to take either Sexton or Darius Garland. So don't want Drummond. I'm sure the Cavs have some picks. Maybe Cavs, probably worst case scenario. For the Warriors, what was your favorite team? I'm a Bulls fan, so I would say like I'm probably number one a Bulls fan, but I don't watch many games just because we're pretty shitty. I'm in college too. I kind of got other stuff to do when they're playing and losing. Um, and then the Warriors are kind of like the Rockets for me, but this last year we were so bad, so I was more watching the Rockets. Um, and then Steph came back for like a couple games before COVID hit. So I would say probably Bulls, Bulls 1A, 2B, or 2A, let's go Rockets, 2B Warriors. Yeah, exactly. Philly's now offering Ben. They're giving these fucking scrubs is definitely not worth it. James Harden for Kyle Kuzma. Fuck, dude. I can't do this trade because what's his face would be like a complete LeBron James would without a doubt solidify himself as the best player ever if he because I think the Lakers are probably gonna three-peat and honestly maybe even win more once LeBron's gone if AD is still there. So like oh man, I don't know, dude. I do this trade. Just Kyle Kuzma's not good as well. I mean, he's good, but like for James Harden, I don't know what the Lakers could give us. And then even if the Lakers had like D'Lo, Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, just from like LeBron's perspective, like just as a MJ diehard supporter, not a LeBron hater, but if that if that trade could not happen, that would be perfect. I would prefer that a lot more, without a doubt. But I do think the Lakers, I think they get a three-peat. I hate to say it. Hopefully KD comes back a total stud. Maybe the Rockets trade for Oladipo and Miles Turner and D Rose. Maybe the Clippers stop choking. Maybe choke George can figure out his shit. If Cleveland gives Love, Sexton, and picks, would you take it? Another difficult one because the Love, I really only want. I'm a big Kevin Love fan as far as with Harden goes, but if Harden's gone, I don't really see the need to get Kevin Love because he's getting old. I like Sexton. I just don't think that this trade would do it to me. James Harden just needs to be traded with someone. He's ruining his value. Yeah, he's definitely ruining his value right now. Our hope is that he stays, obviously, or he doesn't get traded. And I mean, the hope is that he just fucking balls out because he's the third best scorer ever. So I'm not too worried about his value, especially the issue is he's got 2 years left, which is like a positive, but it's also a negative because it gives us time. But unless the other team gets a commitment from James Harden, it's tough to see them wanting to. It's just tough. It's very tough. James Harden for Klay Thompson or James Harden for Bradley Beal. Well, we'd pretty much be the Houston Wizards if we traded for Bradley Beal. Out of these two players, you got to go Bradley Beal, though, right? I mean, if I love Klay Thompson, in fact, I think he is. I mean, him and Steph should be like just completely undisputed the best ever 1-2 shooting duo like of all time. But Bradley Beal's much younger. He's much more athletic. He's way more versatile. And he's just improving. So he averaged 30 last year. We'd definitely go for Beal, but we'd pretty much just be like the Washington Rockets or the Houston Wizards. Harden has no other chance but to stay, and you never know what could work out. That's why I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to give it a shot. Obviously, they said they're willing to get uncomfortable. So Leaves James Harden a couple of options. He could sit out and get fined and stuff, which I highly doubt he would do. Maybe next year if things got really bad. But yeah, he's got no other choice. And the market for James Harden, just for several reasons, is not there right now. If him and Russ never open their mouths, we might have James Harden might be traded by now. Who knows? I doubt it, but you never know, man. I heard many teams are stepping back because of his behavior. Yeah, I saw a few reports about that. Is that a Waj bomb? I began to, unless it was just Ivor, but I feel like this is a credible statement here. But I know I did see Ivor tweet it. I don't know if you guys are familiar. That guy just kind of gives me some like sketch vibes just because I know. I mean, I've been in the entertainment biz since I was like a freshman in high school. So I mean, you got to do it. You got to do what you got to do to get clicks. But some of his takes can get a little, really? But you never know. I do agree with this, though. I'm sure it is true. Trade Harden to the Hawks for Collins, Hunter, Reddish, and 3 first-round picks. Now, instead of sneak into Atlanta, you can live there. It's funny, man. I'm a fan of John Collins, a fan of Hunter, I'm a fan of Reddish. Don't think that value's high enough. I'm gonna need a 4th pick. Get back to me. Let's make this trade happen. James Harden for Victor Oladipo, bro. What the fuck? Fuck no. We talk about like Eric Gordon for Oladipo straight up. We talk about Eric Gordon and a future first for Victor Oladipo, and they'd probably take it. So definitely no James Harden for Victor Oladipo. If we traded James Harden to the Pacers, I'd expect their whole team in return. Nets and Warriors no longer interested in Harden. Yeah, the reports seemed as if the Brooklyn Nets were not really interested to begin with before the trade deadline because Houston's asking price is very big. And it's actually kind of interesting that the Nets aren't interested in it because I think of all teams in the NBA, I feel like Harden would stay on like only a handful of teams. And the Nets probably one of those teams because they're going to be contenders for a while now. So as far as the Warriors go, yeah, definitely not. I don't even know what I'd want from the Warriors to be honest. Maybe like Steph Curry. We would need Wiseman, but I'm not quite sure. So Ross White just said James Harden's about to report to the media. Is this true? You think Boogie could go close to the old Boogie? I think he will. To be quite honest, I think he'll get definitely very close to it because, I mean, if he's actually healthy, I definitely think he's going to put up at least 15 a night for us in the minutes he's given. All right. Sweat. Who's this? What's up, Sweaty? Eric looking healthy this year. Don't trade him yet. Let him build his value back up and then ship him off. I'm a fan of it. What if he starts shitting the bed though? I agree, and I feel like every Rockets fan agrees. Eric Gordon, when healthy, before he got all these injuries, total stud. Total walking bucket, total stud. I'm with you to let his trade value get back up. I don't think they'll trade him before the start of the season. I think they would trade him more towards January, February, after either letting him get his value up or if he's starting to suck, then they just got to dump him. PJ's mad about his contract. Dude, he's literally so old, man. We need to trade this old head. I love PJ Tucker. I think he's still got clearly some gas left in the tank. But get out of here, old man. So Swaggy says he's pending a COVID test. Yeah, that makes sense. Notre Dame. Harden has great assets around him. I don't believe he will be traded, but he needs to stay a Houston Rocket for at least this year. Rockets have lots of upside. Totally agree with you, man. I don't know if you've watched any of my videos, but this is literally like what I say. I mean, I think that Christian Wood's going to go 20-10 this year. I think John Wall, if we get like 80% of John Wall back, he's going to be totally fine. Boogie, I expect a lot from Boogie. And I think that you're totally right, man. I think that the Rockets are like a 3-4 seed. I think Harden just needs to give him a little chance. He's being a little diva right now, and we'll see what happens, man. I heard they were interested in JJ instead of young Buddy. What does this mean? Like Jaren Jackson? JJ Redick? I hope it's neither of those players. Time to trade Harden. He's ruining his value by partying with all these damn rappers. He really is. He really is, but fuck, man. I want him to come out and drop like 40 in the first game. Wall is looking good, thank goodness. We were just talking about this before he came in. Heat Insider says that they can offer Tyler Hero an expiring contracts for Harden. I said of like the trades or at least like the trades that we've been kind of playing around with. I think that this is my favorite one, just because he's young. I know some people want like Paul George. They want us to continue to contend, but I think you need to realize that like if we couldn't win a ring with Harden, I don't think that James Harden leaving us helps our chances. So I would much rather get a Tyler Hero and then build around him, because we have the pieces to build around Tyler. I mean, he fits that shooting guard role perfectly. We've got the pieces around him. And then this gives us, another offseason to kind of figure it out. We'll see. If they were to make this trade, I still think the Rockets make the playoffs. So, he's going to report to the media after, but don't know when. Houston Rockets should trade James Harden for Lil Baby. He is tripping, bro. Revenge tour. I'm like, what's his face? I'm like Russ. Redick. So what was it? Redick? What team is Redick on? The Pels? That dude's always on a new team. Need to give Silas a chance. Totally agree. I think he's going to be good. I love Tucker, but this should be his last year with us. I respect his hustle, but at the end of the day, we can't extend someone that's going on 36. Totally agree. Some of the trades we were kind of playing around with a few days ago was like Will Barton, OG, Otto Porter. I think, I'm a Bulls fan. I think you could get, judging on how the Bulls season goes, I think you could totally trade PJ and a first for Otto. Like, I totally think you could. I don't know if that's something that we would want to do. So yeah, Swaggy. Yeah, Lakers could offer some second round picks for PJ. I would rather just package him in a deal, in a bigger deal. Bobo is fucking sharp shooting, rim protecting, ball handling demigod with spider type build. Watch out. Yo, he really is a stud in 2K. Like, when they throw him, especially in online, if you guys play online 2K, like, they throw in the bench, you're like, fuck, the Nuggets bench is good, but like Jamal Murray and Jokic are out. Bobo at small forward. Fuck. Watch out. Houston's interested in old heads. Yeah, they are. I see him riding through for another season. It's not horrible. I would rather have PJ Tucker for the rest of the season than Eric Gordon. I know a lot of Rockets fans are not going to like that take. Kyrie is such a fucking weirdo. He's a great basketball player. Do you guys see LeBron's comments about him, that LeBron's like kind of still salty, or not still, but is evidently salty on Kyrie's comments? Makes sense. Oh my God. Sorry, this guy needs to fucking come over. We're gonna be late. Are you streaming my league? Yeah, it should be. Who are we gonna get? Who are we mostly to get if there's a trade this week? Do you mean for Harden or anybody? Because I highly doubt there's a trade made this week. Most likely though, I think still the most likely. I would say Buddy Hield and Derrick Rose are probably like my two first guesses on who would like we would be able to get right now. But as Adam just pointed out here, Rockets are going to keep Harden. It looks like Silas has brought up how good Gordon is, and he's raising his value for a trade. So I'm all about it. And hey, man, if Eric Gordon is actually balling out and is healthy, who knows? Who knows? But I'm still just a big fan of trading Eric Gordon. When I use the Nuggets, Bobo started. That's a good. I got to give that a try. Actually, would you take Zion over Harden? Yeah, just from age though. Not talent wise, skill wise. I don't know what Zion's gonna be like in the future. Because I'm a Duke bandwagon basketball fan. When I was in like junior high and high school, I would watch college basketball, and I was a huge Duke fan. And so I love Zion, and I would love to have Zion just because he's so young. His potential is so high, and he's got no restrictions this year. I think it's going to be really, really interesting. Kyrie is Bradley Beal with a ring and signature shoe. I wouldn't say that quite yet, though, just because Bradley Beal might actually be onto something. Got to remember, Bradley Beal's never, like, the Wizards have never been that fucking team. They've never been that team. They've never surrounded him with, and same goes with John Wall, they've never surrounded either of those players with who they need to be with. So I think it need to wait and see. I mean, what's Bradley Beal, like 25, 26? So I would love if we packaged Harden for Ingram from the Pels. Oh, shit. That would be cool. I'm not quite sure if they would do it, though. Do you think they would trade Ingram? Maybe they might do it for oh, my God. Is that the Aaron? I think it is. Do you think Harden is also leaving because we changed our playing style? Great question, dude. I honestly have no idea. Harden definitely knows that D'Antoni was his system to just absolutely ball out, get those stats, win those awards. And I think that it might actually play a role. I think that scares me. If that plays a role in James Harden staying, it scares me because, like, he says he wants a ring over anything else. So if you really want a ring, then just adapt to new systems. Like, the fuck? Am I a LeBron fan? I'm a LeBron fan. I'm not a LeBron hater. I was a big LeBron fan before he won the championship this year. And I think if there wasn't a bubble, I would not be upset. But since there was a bubble, especially like the Rockets injuries, like with Russ, I mean, even the Clippers losing, not seeing the Clippers Lakers, it's just, I understand that his comments, he thinks that this was one of the hardest finals to win, one of the two. I disagree personally. This is such a hot take. I don't understand why the bubble was so difficult to play in. I don't understand why everyone's bitching about, like, one of the biggest issues was family. That's really important to a lot of people. However, this is your job, and you are given, you're given the opportunity. You're given the option. You can come or you can stay. And a lot of people stayed back, and I think that plays a very big role. So I'm not a huge fan of LeBron winning this ship and claiming it as one of the top two hardest finals ever to win. But I know people are not going to like that take. We have a game on Friday. Do you think Wall and Boogie play? 100%. I think you're talking about you, so nice job. Swaggy got up past 8K, fellas. 9K next. I predict 9K by next week. 12:15. Come check back in. Swaggy will be at 9K. He doesn't even know it yet. LeBron said he's looking forward to play with his oldest son, Bronny, when he comes to the league in a few years. Would be something to see LeBron play with his son. Yo, it totally would. I think that is exactly why LeBron is, doing what he's got to do to stay healthy, stay prepared, and mentally there as well. Like, he is totally waiting for Bronny. Aaron V, that's a cool little thing you got there. Kyrie is Bradley Beal with a ring, conspiracy theories, and a shoe. I like that, yeah. The thing about Kyrie, though, might be another hot take. I'm full of hot takes. Kyrie is not a clutch shooter one fucking bit. Swaggy says these trades are silly. Harden's staying. I don't know. We'll see. Zion be snatching the ball from Giannis. He's so damn strong at this young age. He's like 1 year older to me. Dude, that is the most crazy thing is you're totally right. What's Zion's age? 20. I'm older than Zion. That is weird to me. Will Skip Bayless, but more calm. Man, I want to be a Shannon Sharp. Skip Bayless. He doesn't give any respect to Aaron Rodgers ever. I love Skip Bayless, but I can't tolerate that man some days. Holy fuck yeah. Would I trade Harden to Denver for Murray, Harrison, 3 firsts? It's a hell of a trade right there. Mike's system gave him the best chance to win. They were 1 game away. You are right. We should have won. I don't like saying things like that. We had a great chance to make it to the NBA Finals. Was that the year the Warriors whipped around the Cavs in the playoffs or in the finals? Like, they just tossed them around. Was that the year? They were, though. I agree with this to an extent. I'm just saying that, like, now D'Antoni's gone. So, like, there's a new system. Learn it. Figure out how it helps you, how it helps your teammates. Like, he needs to take that next step, man. If he wants to genuinely win a ring, as he says he wants to. Aaron, everyone congratulate Aaron in the chat for having a kid. What's up, Thurman? I did not get your notification. I'm sorry. Do you believe LeBron is better than Jordan? If I was in the school in Chicago, I would just show you my kitchen and you'd be like, oh. You, dude. Why would I talk about myself in here? How many views? I got 2,600 views yesterday. Pretty fucking good, man. I appreciate all you guys. If you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and check that out. LeBron need 1 more. James Harden arrived at H-Town. Fuck yeah. You probably bench more than Zion, though. That's definitely not true. What do you think the minimum trade for Harden to the Sixers would be? Dude, I hate exploring Sixers trade ideas because I already know it doesn't involve Simmons or Embiid, and I have no interest in it. I actually have no interest in it. I even want like 5 firsts. Like, give me all of your first round picks, and then like that's it, because I don't actually want any of your players. I trust him too, man. I think he'll do good. Hold on. What happened to your Bulls? When the fuck did you turn to a Rockets fan? So you're a little late. You're about 2 weeks late. Go check out my YouTube channel, Aaron, and you'll see we're a little revamped. Anthony Davis got a shoe. Good for him. What is this? I have to address this first because I'm behind. So if you guys can fill me in. Silas said not much is changing, bro. Come on, Will. Are you talking about like the system? Because if so, is Westbrook couldn't help, neither can Wall. Agree, Westbrook is better than Wall. I agree fully that Westbrook's better than Wall. However, in our system, I think Wall is a slight upgrade if he is, John Wall. If he's the same John Wall or close to the old John Wall, which I think he will be, he looks great. If you haven't seen a picture of John Wall, look at it because he looks great. But yeah, I think for our team, I think I would much rather have John Wall. Zion's 2.5 months younger than me. My birthday is April 26th. Can't believe that NBA player of that caliber is younger than me. It is crazy, dude. We're getting to that age, or I'm getting to that age. I'm 21. Like, for example, Pop Smoke, when he died, that was so tough. Like, Pop Smoke was 6 days older than me. He was born July 20th. I was born July 26th. Pop Smoke, who would probably be one of the hottest rappers right now. Like, really tough, man. But Zion's very impressive. It's crazy. As you get older, you'll start to like, you're 20, so you kind of got an idea of it, but it's fucking weird, dude. I'm not a huge fan of getting old. LeBron's gonna 3-peat. I agree. I was just talking about this. Swaggy, are you and Will friends? Of course. Let me give him a little kiss. It ain't gay if it's Oubre, fellas. People saying Simmons for Harden would be good enough. Hold on, I'm gonna change from being a Kings fan real quick. That's what I'm saying. Fellas, I gotta go in a few minutes. I'll do a stream. Swaggy and I are in a 2K My League, and I believe he's the Timberwolves. I'm the Rockets, and you guys know me. I like to play around, so we'll see. We'll see if Harden comes out with any more comments. We'll have to might have to drop a press release or something and get this guy the fuck out of Houston. Oh man, you guys are hilarious. Do you think Harden's being a crybaby? I think he's definitely being. I think he's definitely getting there. When we got Chris Paul, he started. Yeah. I just worry. I feel like he needs to like take that next step, bro. Like he needs to either like, I don't know whether it's just him as a person, if he needs to like, yo, fuck, bro, we need to win a ring. I need to make changes. I'm the leader of this team. I need to make these changes. Chris Paul, I miss him a lot though, but Chris Paul is also a huge diva. In my opinion, he flops any chance he gets. And yeah. Swaggy needs to stream next. I agree. I believe he will be. Name another max player. The thing is with Simmons is if he were to develop that three, you're looking at a Giannis, LeBron type potential right there. Not so much for like 3-point shooting clearly, but as far as like legacy goes, you're looking at like he's got those tools. He's long, he's tall. If he can shoot, we need a sniper like Hield. He would get so many wide open shots, and he will score them to better than Gordon. This is what I've been saying in every video. I've been saying this. Get like half Rockets fans are like, "No, bro, give Gordon another shot when Gordon's healthy." Because I agree, when Gordon's healthy, he's very lethal. So I just I don't understand actually why so many people are against trading Eric Gordon when you're getting a piece like Buddy Hield or an Oladipo in return. You're getting such a perfect, like you're getting a much younger player. You're getting an athletic player. With Oladipo, he's got injury past, but Buddy Hield's injury past is much better than both of those two players combined. What? Oh, say it. Chris Paul loves playing in game fives. Chris Paul is lazy at times, Blake. One game out of a 7-game series. Yeah, he plays well. Like I'd say he plays well like 2 games. One of them will be like one of the first 2, and then the other one will be like game 5 or 6. It'll be an important game, and then he'll like ball out and get injured conveniently and just be fucked for the next game. They're just, but you could say that with like that whole Clippers team back in Lob City. And then Harden comes back to Houston and gets injured again. So it's like, fuck, bro, what the fuck? Reason why the Rockets made to the Western Conference Finals is because they had a good playmaking point guard who can create shots, plays. Yeah, dude, that's why it's just I like John Wall. I think he'll be a talented piece. However, I'm not long term, not quite sold on him. I really miss Chris Paul. I understand how old Chris Paul is and how in his career he hasn't really done much. Like technically, just when you're counting awards as far as these things go. Oh my God, bro, what is up? What's up, dude? It's been a really long time. Really long time. I'm really glad somebody said that. Oh, also Thurman, I totally agree. He said Kyrie's also a diva as soon as Bron left, or as soon as he left Bron. Totally agree. But looking back at it now, Clint Capella trade was stupid. Have to agree with you. A lot of trades are stupid, but it's with every team. So it's not somebody to get too upset about. Alpha G just said, I don't know if I overuse this too much, but like, I mean, what are there? There's probably over 100 languages in the world. And this guy is literally just speaking facts. Where is it? Jimmy Butler is the guy Harden needed. Try to tell me Jimmy G Buckets, the G stands for gets, and James Harden aren't at least making anything a series. Like that Rockets-Lakers series, you know that's going to go like down to the wire. You know Jimmy G stands for gets, is going to give him everything he's got. I totally agree with you. Jimmy Butler, son of a bitch, man. Why did we get Russell Westbrook? Son of a bitch. I agree so much, though. Why the hell were we so bad to start the 2018-2019 year? I have no idea. But it happens. As long as it's not to end the 2018-19 year, which unfortunately ended on a down note, but as long as the year doesn't, like if you start bad, it's not the end of the world. As we all know, what was it when Aaron Rodgers was like, we're going to run the table? I think they were 2-6. Then they ended up 10-6. We're going to run the fucking table, baby. Jimmy Butler's underrated. As a Bulls fan, look at this comment. Why do you think he's overrated? I agree with Jason and Thurman. Jimmy Butler, and I'm so biased because obviously the Bulls drafted him. He was a Bull for a very long time. He played with Derrick Rose. We had a lot of great moments. He was on the team where Derrick Rose went like this and then this. A lot of great moments, baby. And he developed so well. Like he just is a total beast. And he's such a cool guy. Like he is such a cool guy. He's one of those 5 players I would love to just like even just meet briefly for 30 seconds. Definitely Jimmy Butler and Paul George are in that top 5. Jimmy Butler is so fucking cool, man. He is so cool. 2016, baby. We have a little hoop. As I keep mentioning, I'm from Chicago. So we have Rose jerseys. We've got Butler jerseys hanging in our kitchen. We've got all this bull. We got MJ stuff. We've got all Bull stuff in our kitchen, and we've got a mini hoop. And you know, whenever friends are over, we got a pregame going, and we're and it's at ours, and we have got the hoop and the ball out. Love recreating that shot, bro. Oh, 2016 was when the Packers ran the table. That was fucking nut. So was that the year when we lost to the Seahawks? I love how I'm the Packers fan who doesn't know. It's just ever since 2010, it hasn't been great. Do you think Ivor is legit? Honestly. So the thing about Ivor is I'm in a group chat with him and Swaggy. I mean, he probably has watched one of these or video of mine or anything. I don't know anything about the dude at all. So every comment I make about Ivor has got nothing to do with him. It's solely based off of his takes. And as I mentioned like a little bit ago, I mean, I've been in this business since I was like a freshman in high school. So it's been like 6 going on 7 years. I feel like you can tell when people like exactly like this is like the 93 3 tweets was a cap. Bro, I made like 2 videos and I mentioned that and everyone's like, are you fucking crazy? I accidentally said 185 or something like that. And then 85. But it's fucking absurd. Like, come on. And then here we go. We got Thurman Gill. I remember now. I remember now. Thanks a lot, Thurman. I gotta go now. I'm just kidding. I'll stream again later tonight, guys. Hope to see you guys there. We'll either do another one of these, or I think I'll probably be streaming on 2K with Swaggy, trying to trade James Harden. If he makes any comments, maybe we'll make a little press conference as a little joke. But I appreciate you, Ross. Have a beautiful night, everybody. And if you live in Mountain West, if you live in Pacific time, the joke didn't work. So yeah.